invite you to think back to a recent scenario in which you maybe asked your child to apologize to a friend or a classmate or even an adult, or the last time you saw another parent kind of ask their child to apologize to you or to your child in some ways. Now, did that apology always feel really authentic, or did it feel a little bit forced, or was there some kind of combination between those two? As parents, I think we really want to kind of look honestly at whether this kind of forced playground apology thing is really all that effective. And really ask ourselves also, who is it we're trying to make feel better? Is it that other child? Is it their parents or the school? Or is it even ourselves, often in these scenarios? But there also are some other approaches, I think, in our own families or in other communities that can be really worth considering. And so before I share some of the ways we can model these for our children, I want to kind of look more deeply at the idea of apologizing in general. We know the power that an authentic apology can offer, right? It can be really profound when someone apologizes and they mean it. But on the other hand, forced apologies kind of can unwittingly teach kids that just a quick sorry, some kind of get out of jail free card, and that's the last thing we want to be teaching our kids. And so when we jump on our kids also after a minor infraction, we also might be kind of driving them deeper into defensiveness. That actually pushes them and their brain into fight or flight mode. And their brains, you have to remember, if there's a conflict where there's a need to apologize, right, their brain's kind of already shut down from the stress of that conflict. So it's not really going to help to push them even further in that situation. They're not going to be really thinking this through and feeling that empathy. The other thing we really don't want to have happen is to teach our kids to associate apologizing with punishment or with shame, right? What kid's going to learn to spontaneously apologize when they've done something wrong if the apology is some kind of shame-based punishment that they're faced with every time they make a mistake? More effective than apologizing is really this idea of making some kind of amends. And amends is trying to fix what's right, to rectify a situation, to make it even better, in fact, than it was before. And so the science also kind of teaches us that, our kids are going to be far more likely to sincerely apologize or really make an amends if they feel safe and calm and non-defensive. So here's a couple just ideas you can consider, some kind of questions you can ask your kids if they made a mistake, or maybe you get that dreaded phone call from another parent that your kid has done something, or from the school or something like that. And so first, kind of in a non-attacking way and helping them feel as least defensive as possible, getting down to their level and just asking what happened. Why do they think that it happened? And then thinking through, also talking about what were the results of your behavior? How did they impact that other kid or even that other adult maybe? And also, how did they impact you? What were some of the kind of natural consequences that happened? What did your child learn in this situation, or what could they learn in this situation? And then helping them think through, well, what could make it better? How could they fix it? How could they fix that tear in the friendship or in the trust that they have with the teacher or someone else in their life? How could they repair that? How could they make it better? And even after that, of course, if our kid has really done something, sometimes there's a consequence that might still be in order, right? But if your child really can make some kind of genuine amends, make an authentic apology, really do something to make that situation better and repair what was happening from the mistake that was made, right? We really want to validate and encourage that pro-social behavior. That's so much better, such a better lesson than just punishment kind of for its own sake. And it's the kind of thing that our kid's going to take forward when they make a mistake later in life, which they inevitably will with their boss or with their friends or in whatever situation they find themselves in. And so you also, kind of as you go through this process with your kids, you might want to share some of your own mistakes that you've made, maybe an anecdote from your own childhood, or even something that happened in your workday or with a recent friend. We adults have friends. We adults make mistakes. It's okay for your kid to not see you as perfect. What's important is that they see what you do to kind of make a situation better. You might also, kind of in the tough part about this also, you might ask yourself, when was the last time that you made an authentic apology, that you made an amends to your partner, or even to your child, or to someone else, in front of your child. That can feel really vulnerable for a lot of us. But I think it's also really important that we're going to model making mistakes, we're going to model screwing up, we're going to model hurting other people unintentionally, but that we model that repair. It not only changes the culture of our own family, but it starts to nudge our society toward more problem solving, connection, and forgiveness, and away from that kind of punitive culture of zero tolerance policies. Because the simple truth of it is, none of us, none of our kids, and certainly none of us parents are going to be perfect. But we all can start to find some more compassionate ways to teach the importance of an authentic and honest apology and amends.